I'm Mark Crutcher, and we welcome you to LifeTalk Now.
And I'm Renee Hobbs. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Renee, we need to talk about something. This is almost comical, but it is dead serious. The Supreme Court legalized abortion on demand through all 9 months of pregnancy by declaring that the unborn child is a non-human. I mean, non-person.
Right.
A non-person.
That's right.
For purposes of the law. So what we had was, we had this ruling that a human being can be a non-person, cannot be a person, right?
Right.
Very dangerous. We've talked about this before. If the Supreme Court, or any court in our land, can rule that one human being is not a person, they can rule that another human being is not a person if it fits their political agenda.
Right.
So this is a very dangerous thing. Now we're going forward, and we have a situation, and you and I talked about this on Life Talk a couple of years ago. Tommy, who is a orangutan, and his, I guess, girlfriend,
Right.
Kiko, who is a chimpanzee, right?
Right.
They're being represented in a case before the New York State Supreme Court. Now, why the New York State Supreme Court even agreed to hear this, I'm not sure, but they did. And there is a organization up there called the Non-Human Rights Project, and they are wanting the state of New York to officially recognize through their Supreme Court that Kiko and Tommy are persons for the law, for the purposes of the law. But if Kiko and Tommy were unborn children, they wouldn't be persons. Unborn humans, they would not be persons.
This wouldn't be an argument, and it would not be where it is today.
And it sure wouldn't be in front of the New York State Supreme Court.
Right.
It might be in front of the Texas court or Alabama or someplace like that, but it's not going to be in front of the New York. But the New York State Supreme Court agreed to hear this case. And they're being represented by the Non-Human Rights Project. And then on Life Talk the other day, you and I discussed this move that's out here. People are starting to talk about now about whether robots can be persons, right?
Right.
And
like a robot has a soul, or
right, right,
can die.
You can create a soul, I guess, when you're soldering all these wires together and everything to make this robot. Anyway, there are people in the world now, all over the world, this is being discussed because we're seeing robots now becoming more and more a reality. Right?
Very much.
Very much a reality.
And vehicles and
everything. Can they be persons? Can you give personhood to a collection of wires and tubes and plastic and aluminum that we just make up in a laboratory somewhere? And there are people out there arguing that you can.
Absolutely not.
But the unborn are not.
Which does not make sense at all.
This world is losing its mind, and this country is losing its mind when we do these things. This is, like I said, it's almost laughable if it weren't so serious.
It's very serious.
It's very serious.
Right.
And so, where is this going to go? Let me ask you a question. We're seeing all this stuff, Renee, about self-driving cars, right?
Right.
And that they're going to be out here very quickly. It's not going to be long before they're going to have self-driving. You just go down and buy a car that you just punch, you get in it, you punch in on a screen where you want to go, and then you just sit back and it takes you there. All right?
Right.
And this appears to be the future of the automotive industry. Are those cars robots?
Absolutely.
That's what that is, right?
Right. They're a robot.
It just happens to be a robot that you ride in as opposed to let
Right.
it clean your house or whatever it is you want.
Right.
If that car is a robot and robots have personhood, then that car would have personhood. But if there was a woman riding in that car who was pregnant, her baby would not be a person, but the car would be.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if the car were to veer off a bridge or something, and the woman dies that's pregnant, that baby, yeah.
The baby didn't count, but the car and the woman do.
Right. Exactly. Which makes no sense at all.
And this kind of goes to the point that we've made many times on Life Talk, and sometimes even here since we've started these Facebook Live and YouTube Live presentations. This whole thing of abortion touches everything. And this is a good example of it. If we're going to sit here and say an orangutan and his girlfriend, that's a chimpanzee, I think. Yeah, Tommy's an orangutan, Kiko's a chimpanzee, and but you think they're boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
When we discussed this several years ago, we did bring that up, but I can't, I think it's hilarious. Anyways.
Only a female would bring this idea up that they're boyfriend and girlfriend. But anyway, she brought that up. They're persons. The car that might transport them from one zoo to the next, that's a person. Robots that you might hire to clean your house, that's a person, right?
Well, that's what they're saying.
But not these babies.
Right, yeah.
I mean, again, this culture has lost its mind.
Yes, it has.
And so when we bring these things up and people laugh at us, and I've brought up a lot of things over the years in my efforts in the pro-life movement. I brought up a lot of things that pro-aborts have laughed at me for. I've even been laughed at by other pro-lifers, only to have the thing become legitimate later on. And I've said since day one, if the government has the ability to come in and declare a whole portion of human beings non-persons so that you can kill them, just like they did with slavery, declaring the slave as a non-citizen. They didn't declare him non-person, said non-citizen, so you can't be protected by the Constitution. If they can do that, nobody is safe. Nobody is safe. And this is a dangerous environment that we're living in, and it's getting more and more and more irrational as the days go by, and it always comes back to abortion, always. Everything that happens in this culture, you can trace backwards to abortion. I guarantee, I've told you that since the day you came in. You never believed me, but you're getting to the point now where you see that reality.
Yeah, no, I do. I see it. It's very clear.
You see that
when
reality.
you start seeing it, you see it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, that's all the time we have for this month.
Yeah,
Did you have anything else?
Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, just post and we will answer those as we're going or tomorrow's show.
Right.
And if you'd like to subscribe to LifeTalk, you can do that at lifetalktv.com or at the YouTube LifeTalk on your YouTube channel. So.
Right. And we're still doing LifeTalk, our monthly show. It's a little over 1 hour show. And it's available, like I said, on lifetalktv.com. You can watch it there, or you can subscribe to it on DVD, or you can order it from us, whatever you want to do. We've been telling people on LifeTalk, and we need to let you know about it too. The days of LifeTalk are numbered.
They are.
Because
Right.
we're getting less and less
Right.
impact from it. We're getting more and more impact from things like this.
Social media, yeah.
And so that's the future for us. But for right now, we still have LifeTalk available, and
Yeah.
you can order a subscription. We'll send it to you on DVD every month for free.
Real quick, Jenny asked what the YouTube channel was. So if you go to YouTube, you go to Life Dynamics, and then you'll see the LifeTalk TV.
Right. Right. Anyway, if you have any questions, like Renee says, just send them in, and we'll try to get to them on the next show, or it may be a subject that we were already scheduled to be talking about. So just be sure and let me or Renee know, and we will get to it. In the meantime, don't forget, Life Dynamics is not here to put up a good fight. We're here to win, because winning is how the killing stops. We'll see you next time.